Hi, this is Shahid Kapoor,
Hi, this is Mrunal Thakur,
and you're watching us on
Bollywood Hungama.
Hungama.
It's wonderful to have Shahid Kapoor back with us once again. Jersey is releasing 14th April. We'll talk about the film and more. Pleasure having you back with me, first of all.
Thanks, Faridoon. Back
Shahid,
for the same film.
back for the same film. How does it feel, promoting एक चरम सीमा पे आप लोग पहुंच चुके थे promotions के.
Yeah, I put up a story, asking everybody that, does anybody have any tips on how to promote the same film a second time? Because we thought we had done everything.
Right.
But it's very strange, Jersey is a film about second chances.
Oh, okay.
And
So
we're
that's a
promoting
good
it a
point.
second time, and it's got a second release date. So
Right.
sometimes things that you do in movies, it also happens in life. It's very strange.
Right.
And Arjun Talwar, the first time he didn't come out in theaters, but on April 14th, people will hopefully view him. And so I guess that's the destiny of the film. And that was also the destiny of the character.
All right. And do you enjoy promotions?
A lot of it I enjoy.
You do, yeah.
I initially found it difficult earlier, like I would say in the first 8-10 years of my career. I used to not understand what all the hula baloo is about and the chaos that surrounds promotions,
Right.
But as I've spent more time, I've met you so many times. I think most of the people that I interact with now, I know them personally. So there is a certain amount of excitement to meet everybody again. Like I said this even when we did the trailer launch in December, after the 2 waves of COVID, when theaters opened with Suryavanshi, and then, in December we were supposed to release. It was just so nice to have everybody together and to be doing this that we get so used to doing. Sometimes it's irritating, sometimes there's less time, sometimes a lot of pressure, But when it didn't happen for a couple of years, I realized how much I missed it,
Oh, that's
and how
interesting.
it was a part of, it was a part of our lives, it was part of our relationship, and I guess that's what COVID has taught us all, no? जो चीज़ें हमें लगता था कि यार ये तो मतलब, but वही चीज़ें फिर याद आती हैं, जो आप नहीं कर पाते.
Okay, you've had a substantial, I think, stint as an actor. आपने हर तरीके का दौर आपने देखा हुआ है. आपकी नज़र में सब्र का क्या रोल है एक एक्टर की जिंदगी में?
आई थिंक ज़िंदगी में ही बहुत बड़ा रोल है यार सब्र का, और सब्र का फल जेन्युइनली मीठा होता है. इनफैक्ट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जिन लोगों को जल्दी सक्सेस मिल जाती है, उनके लिए फेलियर को हैंडल करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, क्योंकि उनको पता ही नहीं होता फेलियर होता क्या है. When you do 5 things, 6 things, 7 things and all of them work, then you get accustomed to the fact that everything you do will go right only. And then after that precondition, when suddenly something goes wrong, you don't know how to deal with it because you're in a different headspace. But if you've seen success, if you've seen failure, then it helps you become more flexible and more accepting, and you also understand that you are not everything. There are a lot of other factors that contribute to the success and failure of something.
Right.
So it makes you more humble, more realistic, and you learn to enjoy the process more than just the result.
Right.
Which I've always said is my mantra in life. Ke, enjoy the process, focus on the process. If the process is great, the result is a natural byproduct of the process.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, आपने बहुत तरह की आपकी फिल्में आपकी आ चुकी हैं. You've experimented with many genres, and in your experience with the sort of times that we've seen, especially in say COVID in the recent past, आपको क्या लगता है entertainment की क्या अहमियत है लोगों की ज़िंदगी में? How important is it to spread happiness amongst people through films?
See, I don't endorse this singular thought that films are about entertainment. Films are about life, and I think the most magical quality of being in a film theater is, and the greatest performances that I've seen and the best films that I've seen are those where I felt like I am traveling with those characters. I'm feeling what they're feeling. I'm drawing parallels to the relationships that they have and the emotions that they feel to what I have lived in my life. Something will remind me of my relationship with my father or mother. Something will remind me of maybe a relationship that I had, which was, a romantic relationship. Something will remind me of a lonely moment in my own life, And so for me, the true magic of cinema is when it can give you that 360-degree experience.
Right.
Where you laugh, you cry, यार मेरे लिए तो सिनेमा वो है जब बचपन में नानी कहानी सुनाती थी, दादी कहानी सुनाती थी सोने से पहले, तो क्या सुनाती थी, मैं अब अपने बच्चों के साथ करता हूँ. And when you tell them a story, you see like they are imagining it completely, and they're traveling with it. And that's the innocence, I think, which is still there in the audience. So cinema is just storytelling.
Right.
You tell the story efficiently, they will appreciate you. You tell the story brilliantly, they will worship you. You tell the story badly, they'll be upset with you for a few days and then they'll forgive you also. So that's the beauty of the audience, that they always give us a second chance, a third chance. I think, out of, say, if we are making 100 films in a year, I think only 10 or 12 are really good.
Right.
The rest of the times they're disappointed, but they still come back to the theatre. So you have to work towards bringing yourself to a place where the disappointment that the audience feels should be as minimal as possible. That is your responsibility. That when they are giving you so much love, and that's really what I feel. कबीर के वक्त मुझे इतना प्यार मिला और उसके बाद 2.5 साल कुछ आया नहीं, कि मेरे मन में यही था कि यार मैं ये प्यार वापस देना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे बहुत महसूस हुआ, बहुत करीबी वे में महसूस हुआ मुझे, और बहुत डायरेक्टली महसूस हुआ. तो जब इतना सारा आता है और इतना आता है तो वो आप बहुत स्ट्रांगली फील करते हो. तो मेरी सिर्फ यही थी कि मन में यही था कि मैं जो भी अगली फिल्म करूं, ऑडियंस को ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि यार बहुत अच्छी फिल्म थी, बहुत दिल से बनाई थी और बहुत मज़ा आया देखकर. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हम हंसी ताली बजाते हुए जंप करने लगे, नहीं. इसका मतलब ये है कि मेरा दिल भर गया. I felt like I had a complete experience.
That's amazing. No, basically entertainment से मेरे मुराद ये थी कि that it can be any sort of experience, be it smile, be it when you make people laugh, when you make them cry, like even catharsis भी जो है, I think अपने आप में एक emotion है.
Of course.
So basically I meant from that. अच्छा, आप कमाल का आपका dancing आपका एक aspect है which people consider you one of the finest dancers that we have. You thought of doing, say, stage shows maybe, जैसे बहुत से stars they
I would love to. I mean, I like to perform every chance I get. बस मैं 6 साल 7 साल से मैंने कोई फिल्म ही नहीं की है जिसमें मेरे गाने हैं, जिसमें मैं डांस कर रहा हूँ.
Right.
Because I think कई बार क्या होता है कि फिल्म में गाना इसलिए डाल दो क्योंकि शायद अच्छा डांस करता है, लेकिन कहानी, कैरेक्टर क्या उनके लिए सही है. तो मैं थोड़ा प्योर वे में अप्रोच करता हूँ. मैं जेन्युइनली ढूंढ रहा हूँ एक फ़िल्म जिसमें मैं डांस कर सकूँ, जिस फिल्म में डांसिंग नेचुरली ढले और सही लगे. बट उस जॉनर की फिल्में यूजुअली काफ़ी ख़राब होती हैं यार.
अच्छा, ऐसा क्यों?
प्रोमोज में बड़ी अच्छी लगती हैं और आपको लगता है यार क्या टाइम पास है, मस्त है. फिर आप थिएटर में जाते हो और आपको लगता है यार कोई कहानी नहीं है, रैंडमली गाना शुरू हो रहा है. तो जैसा मेरा आई हैव स्पेंट मोर टाइम वॉचिंग सिनेमा, तो मुझे भी सिनेमा से पहले प्यार है. मुझे अपनी डांसिंग से इतना प्यार नहीं है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरी डांसिंग किसी फिल्म में आके हावी अननेसेसरीली इरिटेट ना करे. जैसे आप हर कैरेक्टर नहीं डांस कर सकता. जैसे कबीर सिंह वाज नॉट द काइंड ऑफ गाय हुड बी डांसिंग, और इवन अर्जुन तलवार इज नॉट दैट काइंड ऑफ अ कैरेक्टर. Tommy Singh he was a crazy guy, he was a musician. So it really depends on the filmmaker's approach first of all, and अगर वो naturally आ रहा है तो I would love to do it, but आ नहीं रहा पिछली कुछ फिल्मों में.
But you surely realize that many of your fans, I think they are major fans of your dancing. So I recently had an experience. So I was in Vancouver, and मेरे एक दोस्त हैं, नूर भाई नाम है उनका, उनकी बेटी है जोया. So she was like that. She's like a major Shahid Kapoor fan. एंड वो इतना ज़्यादा उनका एक वो था, एक्साइटमेंट था कि दैट आपका जो डांसिंग एक फैक्टर है वो एक बहुत बड़ा एक एलिमेंट है. देन शी थिंक दैट यू आर अ वेरी फाइन ह्यूमन बीइंग, सो which was pretty interesting as well. So how do you react to such fans who really have so much of admiration for especially for your dancing, and especially the youngsters?
I just feel a lot of love, yeah. अगर आप बाकी सब चीज़ों को फिल्टर आउट करके सिर्फ कोर इमोशन देखो कि आपको क्या मिल रहा है, तो आपको तो प्यार ही मिल रहा है. उनका प्यार मिल रहा है और एक बड़ी सी स्माइल एंड ट्विंकलिंग आईज, एंड दे आर लुकिंग एट यू विद दैट एक्सप्रेशन, like that's it, and that's beautiful. So I feel very grateful that people think about me like that, or that maybe people feel happy thinking about me, or I can make them smile. I think that's a great thing. It's the best thing in life actually.
Okay, interestingly आपने हर तरीके की फिल्में करी हैं. You've not really gone into that bracket कि that जो ऑडियंस को चाहिए मुझे वही करना है. You've done all sorts of films, but still जो आपकी पॉपुलैरिटी आपकी यंगस्टर्स में है वो एक बहुत ही गैर मामूली है. And I'm talking about even starting from the teenage and everything. Where do you attribute this to, in spite of doing all sorts of films?
I don't know. I'm 40 years old, so I don't know what they like about me. But thank you guys. I hope you continue liking me. I really feel ये जो generation है, जो अब जैसे आप बोल रहे हो, the teenagers and the early 20s की जो audience
जी.
वो बहुत अलग है. and very soon, if not already, they are the audience of today. And I feel क्योंकि मेरी wife काफ़ी young है, she's 27, मेरा भाई काफ़ी young है, he's 26, ईशान, और सना, रूहान, सब they're all in their 20s, you know, और तो उनके दोस्तों से भी मैं मिलता हूँ, और you know, with Meera, I mean, she's my wife, so we spend a lot of time together, and understanding how somebody in the 20s thinks it was a part of my journey, our journey, you know. I don't know how much he's understood how a 40-year-old thinks, but I think I've understood a little of how a 26, 27-year-old thinks. Is that, you know, you have to understand that with every generation, the thought process is different, you know. And I really feel like these guys are great because, you know, they are very pure. They just want to watch a good film. They want to watch something fresh. They want to have an original experience. They are not running after things that we have grown up thinking the audience loves. You know, they're a very informed, experienced generation जिन्होंने बहुत content देखा है और उनके content में कोई filter नहीं है. So, you know, हिंदी फिल्म ऐसी होती है, इंग्लिश फिल्म ऐसी होती है, रीजनल फिल्म ऐसी होती है, कुछ भी नहीं है. आई थिंक वो अब टूट चुका है. OTT ऐसा होता है, बिग स्क्रीन ऐसा होता है. नहीं, कंटेंट इज़ कंटेंट, यू नो, शॉर्ट फॉर्म, लॉन्ग फॉर्म, क्वालिटेटिव होना चाहिए. यू नो, आप जो भी प्लेटफॉर्म चूज़ करते हैं और आप जो फॉर्मेट चूज़ करते हैं कि आपको 2.5 घंटे में कहानी कहनी है या आपको यू नो 2.5 घंटे में 2 हिस्सों में कहनी है या 1 घंटा 50 मिनट में एक स्ट्रेच में कहनी है या आपको यू नो 9 एपिसोड्स में 40-40 मिनट्स के एपिसोड्स में कहनी है या आपको यू नो 2 मिनट में कहनी है या 12 सेकेंड्स में रील्स पर कहनी है. यू नो, जो भी आप कहना चाहते हो, you have to choose a platform which is right for that story or for that content. And the audience has the maturity now to watch each format in a different way. Because they've got exposed to so much content. So you have to understand that. हमारा experience शायद old school है, हमारी thinking शायद old school है, audience हमसे आगे है. So we should not think कि यार ये safe है, ये पहले चला था, अभी पीछे देख के काम करना बंद कर देना चाहिए. क्या नहीं हुआ है उसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए और उसको बहुत ब्रेवली करना चाहिए क्योंकि ऑडियंस तो रेडी है. आर वी रेडी टू टेक द रिस्क? वी डोंट वांट टू टेक द रिस्क. दे आर रेडी टू कंज्यूम इट, आई फील.
दैट्स इंटरेस्टिंग. ओके, सो जैसे आपने जिक्र किया कि आप 40 इयर्स के हैं और मीरा इज 27 एंड 26 एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सो यू नो
27, don't get her age wrong.
No, 26 आपके, I think Sana का आपके mention की someone.
Sana is actually older than Ishan is 26.
Ishan is 26, yeah.
Meera is 27.
So, you know, I interviewed Kabir Bedi साहब, अभी उनकी autobiography आई थी, कमाल की उनकी autobiography आई थी. So when I was doing the research, so उन्होंने किसी और interview में उन्होंने बोला कि don't let the old man get near me. So that is why, you know, at 75 he's still.
Yeah, I know, that's cool, man. That's cool.
So ये जो आपका है, do you think that basically I think you're as young or as old as you think you are? And
no, you do grow older.
Because but I think
there are a lot of people
as for the physical thing
that they are young, they'll continue looking and feeling young. You can be young in the mind, but your body will grow old.
And I think even physically you can, you know,
I mean, you should keep yourself in the best
possible shape
that you can. But, you know, everybody's system is different. Everybody's health conditions are different. Everybody's upbringing, food habits have been different, you know.
Right.
So, I think you should, and at a time like this, I would really not want to, you know, tell people ke, aise karo, nahi yaar, just be healthy, be happy, eat well. You know, if you're training for 20 minutes, try and make it 25. Don't try and make it 1 hour, 20 minutes. You know, just take care of yourselves and move forward one day at a time. Just try and take one positive step one day at a time in a direction that will make you feel better about yourself. I think that's enough.
So what is it that you do in a day, for example, in terms of your diet and your exercise? What is your day like?
Well, I usually wake up early. So for example, if I'm shooting at 8 or 9 in the morning, I usually wake up 3.5 hours before that because I have a routine in the morning. I like to train before I get to set. I like to spend some time with my kids, and so by the time I get to set, I'm usually wide awake. I'm not like that. I'm usually like already in 4th, 5th gear. Some people like it, some people don't like it because they're like, calm down, it's early morning. Everybody's not a morning person, but I used to be a complete insomniac and now I'm a very early morning person and I love morning energy, you know, and by 6:30 in the evening, I'm out. Like, you should not be working with me. Like, I'll be really bad at what I'm doing.
So you sleep early?
Yeah, I mean, I try to.
By what
on
time
good days by 10 o'clock, on bad days by 11:30. but yeah, I like to sleep definitely before 12 for sure. In Mumbai, it's somehow difficult. The energy is only nocturnal. But if I'm out and if I'm on my own and just shooting, I'll be in bed by 10. If I'm back home and the kids and Mira and everybody, then kabhi thoda late ho jata hai because the entire house doesn't function according to me, so wo thoda aage piche ho jata hai.
Right, I still remember during your early years on Twitter, you used to post all these insomniac tweets. I still remember that. और काफी उसपे आपके fans आपको फिर lullaby सुनाते थे and all that.
वो दिन जीवन के जा चुके हैं.
जी. Okay, so with your experience, when you have like movies coming together,
yeah,
say on a particular day,
yeah,
and
as in you're talking about
there is this
Jersey
as well right now.
KF,
You're having KGF. And Beast is coming up in Tamil.
That's a different language.
Yeah, that's a different language altogether. So, with your experience, how have you learned to just adapt to it? Like, what do you think is it that the audience is looking for?
I haven't had
have
too
they
much
made up their mind?
experience
Do you
at
think that they have made up their mind?
I haven't had too much experience. I haven't
of-
had too many occasions on which my film is released with another film. So I haven't had so much experience at it. I think maybe it might be my first or second time I have another film releasing on the same day. But I think बहुत अलग फिल्म है. एक तो पहली बात तो ये है. दूसरी ये proper हिंदी फिल्म है. जो फिल्म आ रही है वो डब्ड है हिंदी में. उसकी एक ऑडियंस है और लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं पहली वाली को. और लेकिन जॉनर बहुत अलग है. वो एक हार्डकोर एक्शन जॉनर है. ये मोर फैमिलीज एंड स्टोरी बेस्ड, रिलेशनशिप बेस्ड, इमोशन बेस्ड स्पोर्ट्स फिल्म है. वो आउट एंड आउट एक्शन फिल्म है. और 4 दिन का वीकेंड है. बहुत बड़ा वीकेंड है. और ऐसे वीकेंड पे 2 फिल्में, बड़ी फिल्में, और अगर दोनों फिल्मों को लोग पसंद करते हैं तो बहुत आराम से both the films can run. And so we felt it's a great date. And I think Lal Singh Chadda was supposed to come on this date.
Yes, earlier.
And so Amir Khan आ रहे थे on this date. और फिर उन्होंने he had to move ahead. I think उनकी film ready नहीं थी. So when we heard that, we felt it's a great opportunity to take up the date, and we took it. That's it. You keep it simple, If you start overthinking these things, a lot of thoughts can come in your head. But we also have a lot of, we feel very good about our film. So we feel that जिस audience को Jersey अच्छी लगेगी वो आएगी देखने Jersey.
Right. Okay, with Kabir Singh, what has word of mouth taught you? Like, what do you think is the relevance of word of mouth?
Everything. मैं तो इनफैक्ट लोगों से यही कहता हूँ कि ये जो हमारा ये ऑब्सेशन रहा है कि ये फर्स्ट डे का क्या ओपनिंग था. पिक्चरें 3-4 करोड़ से शुरू करके 200 करोड़ करती हैं. And there are films which open at 45-50 crores and they crash at 120 crores. So I think all those are just numbers. If you get too involved with numbers, you don't understand the larger point. And to me, the larger point is, if you make good content, it will find its audience. Whether they come on the first day or they take 10 days to come or they take 20 days. If your film is good, by the time your film's run finishes, it will make the money that it's supposed to make. It will get the audience that it's supposed to get. So for a long time, I always felt that, choices in filmmaking have become very weird. इसको मार्केट कैसे करेंगे सोच के लोग फिर उस हिसाब से फिल्म करते हैं. वो तो उल्टी बात हो गई ना. तो you're not focusing on the content, you're focusing on content that is easy to market. कि 2 गाने होंगे और ये 2-3 कॉमेडी के डायलॉग होंगे और ये होंगे तो ऑडियंस आ जाएगी. आ तो जाएगी लेकिन बाहर निकल के क्या बोलेगी. 2.5 घंटे इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. तो मुझे हमेशा ऐसा लगता है कि ऑडियंस फिल्म खत्म होने के टाइम दे शुड वॉक आउट फीलिंग वेरी हैप्पी. इफ दैट इज द केस विथ योर फिल्म, if it starts well, really good, like Kabir started great, right? And a lot of my films have started very well, but the end game is what? You want people to walk out loving the product. So focus on that first. कैसे market करना है, कैसे दिखानी है. We'll work very hard on that. But that cannot be the criteria to decide what to do. The criteria to decide what to do has to be that you're connecting with a story, you're feeling that it's exciting, you know. Jersey would not be the conventional choice after a film like Kabir Singh. People would think कि अभी you played an aggressive character, which people said. They said, अभी तो तुमने कबीर सिंह में तुम तो कॉलेज बॉय थे, तो अब तुम फादर क्यों बन रहे हो यार, तुम तो यंग हो गए हो. इससे फिर लोग जानते हैं कि मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं. I don't think in my personal life what I am, that image carries. I don't think like that. I feel कि आपने जो भी image बनाया था, वो उस फिल्म का मैजिक था. वो फिल्म ख़त्म हो गई, अब आपको फिर से कुछ और मैजिक क्रिएट करना है, और वो ऑथेंटिक कंटेंट से ही आएगा। अपने ही काम को देख के फिर से उसे ही कॉपी करने की जो ये टेंडेंसी है, जो है आप देखते हो, मुझे लगता है आप अपने आप को ही कॉपी करना चाहते हो। फिर आपको तो लोगों ने तब पसंद किया था जब आप कुछ ओरिजिनल नया लेकर आए थे। फिर से नया लाओ, फिर से नया लाओ, गिर जाओ, गलती करो, लेकिन लोग ये नहीं भूलेंगे कि आप कुछ नया करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। तो अगर आप वही चीज़ करते रहोगे तो इट्स अ रेसिपी फॉर डिजास्टर, आई फील। सो मेरा पहला तो यही था कि मेरे पास वैसा कबीर सिंह टाइप का फिल्म मत लेकर आना, क्योंकि वो हो गया, अब कुछ और करेंगे।
I think the new thing that you're doing now is coming up with a web show with Rajan TK.
मतलब अब न्यू है, बट वो शूट तो लास्ट ईयर हो गया एक्चुअली।
But I'm saying in terms of that, for as big a star as you, I think very few
OTT
big
is a very big platform. I don't think that a big star should think they are too big for an OTT platform. That's their loss.
लेकिन जिस तरीके से आपने जो सोचा है, आपने जिस तरीके से किया है, तो you are one of the earliest ones as far as
actually we started discussing OTT. Rajan DK and me started talking about it even before COVID happened. So it was on my mind. I really wanted to do it. I had seen Matthew McConaughey do it, where he did True Detective after he won the Oscar, and and so why should we take ourselves too seriously? Hi, this is Shahid Kapoor.
Hi, this is Mrunal Thakur.
And you're watching us on
Bollywood Hungama.
Hungama.